Hey, Forrest here. Nothing like getting paid. And with ICCU's mobile app, I can deposit checks or accept Zelle payments so the money hits my account fast. I just wish there was an app for mowing the rest of these lawns.
Right now, Lithia Ford of Boise is buying used vehicles. How much you want for the SUV?
I don't know.
Well, Lithia Ford will give you more than that.
How much more?
More than you think.
I'm not thinking anything.
I'm thinking you might get even more than that. See how much more you can get at Lithia Ford of Boise.
When it comes to concrete, we've got you covered. RowPaint.com offers custom concrete coating services for your garage, business, warehouse, and more. And we do it in one day. We are your complete concrete coatings solution.
It's time for the Lithia Ford of Boise Postgame Show from Bronco Nation News. We're breaking down the game with highlights, interviews, analysis, and most importantly, you. Give your thoughts on the game in the YouTube chat or Facebook comments, and we'll include the best ones on the show. Check out LithiaFordBoise.com to view their full inventory of vehicles, or check them out at 8853 West Fairview in Boise. Now let's head out and join BJ Rains for the Lithia Ford of Boise Post-Game Show from Bronco Nation News.
Hey, how's it going? How's that feel, Boise State fans? What a win for Boise State. The Broncos get the win. Let me know if you can hear me okay. We're going to have a fun post-game show here. We got, thank you, they just delivered some stats. We got Leon Rice coming on live. We're going to have some players as well. What a win for Boise State, 68-55. They take down Colorado, and that's probably going to be one of the nicer wins of the season. Obviously, right now it's a quad one win. We'll see what ends up happening with Colorado later in the season, but really impressive win, obviously, for Boise State. And, the guys that are your big guys came through. Marcus Shaver, 20 points. Tyson Degenhart with 14 points. So he was obviously very big. Najee Smith had 10 points all in like the first 10 minutes of the game, and then he ended up fouling out. So it was an odd game from Najee Smith, but they needed all the points he gave them in the first half. Chibuzo has 7 points tonight. Hit a couple of key buckets in the second half. Max Rice had 5 points. So it looks like Tyson Degenhart is making his way over here in a few minutes. But obviously, big win for Boise State. So get your comments in. We'll get to all those comments going. We'll have Coach Rice live, some players live as well. So really looking forward to this one here after Boise State goes 2-1 in the Myrtle Beach Invitational. How about that? I mean, that is super impressive when you think about it. You score 11 points in the first half against Charlotte, and then next thing you know, you're able to come back and get 2 wins. And we will welcome in the aforementioned Tyson Degenhart. Tyson, appreciate your time, man. Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Obviously a little happier chat than the other night after the Charlotte game. These last 2 games, man, what does it say about this team, the way you guys were able to bounce back?
I think it shows our response and how we take it just day by day. Obviously we would like to win this tournament, but that's just not how it went. And we just had to take, what our circumstances were and, attack each day. I mean, yeah, you get 2 quality wins tonight against a Colorado team that's, top 50 Ken Pom team. And you guys, the energy, it just seemed like these last 2 games from the first whistle, the bench was up, the energy was high. You guys were really getting into it defensively. I mean, what was the key tonight? I think it was just starting out really good. I think we saw in those first 2 games, like how much energy affects us, especially in the Charlotte game, how, dead we were. I think it was just important to come out with some great energy tonight and play hard. I'm not sure what the final numbers were, but I know rebounding was a big key in this game. You guys obviously won the boards in the first half. It finishes 40-39. So, I mean, they're obviously a pretty good rebounding team, especially on the offensive end. It was a war in there going for some of those boards. Absolutely. The refs let us play a little bit, so we had to adjust and, matched our physicality and ended up winning the rebound war. On the broadcast, they did get your NIL deal mention in there. Pastry Perfection got a national televised mention, so I know that was good for you. But overall, you got going from downtown a little bit tonight. It just seemed like every game this team continues to get a little more confidence, and you get more guys like Jason Pavley hitting threes, and it just seems like it really was a team effort tonight. I think it was great to see those guys knock down some shots. Confidence can go a long way. I think it's great for them to see some shots go down, and they'll help us a lot in the future. How big was that 3 you hit? I think the announcer said it was from Albertson Stadium, but you hit a 3 right before the half.
You guys were up 11 or 12, and they made a late run. For you to hit that 3 and go in, I think up 8. How big was that shot there right before the half?
It's huge. It's a momentum shifter. If they get a stop there, they're within 2 possessions, and to stretch it to 3, it's a huge momentum shift for us, and it was nice to see one go in.
You come all this way. It's a long trip, but to get two wins out of it, and the way it happened, 2 quality wins that are going to be on your resume moving forward. It's got to be a pretty good feeling, knowing you got an early wake up call tomorrow.
Absolutely. You just going 2-1 in this tournament is a great thing for us, especially against 2 quality opponents. So we're going to take a lot from this tournament and keep improving from it.
2 Pac-12 wins already. You're starting to put together a little bit of a nice resume here. You feel like this team is moving in the right direction?
Absolutely. We saw probably one of our lows on Thursday, and I think we just kept getting better and better over the course of the week.
Well, hey, man, appreciate it. Congratulations. I'm going to say safe travels back because I'm on your flight, so definitely safe travels back. But congratulations on the win, man. Enjoy it tonight. And I guess Utah Valley Saturday night, right? You guys get a little bit of a break for a few days, and we'll see you back at Extra Mile Arena.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Appreciate it. There he is, Tyson Degenhart. Again, he had a nice game tonight, 4 of 11 from the field. He had 14 points in this one. And I'm going to bring this camera a little closer for when we get Coach Rice on here. Let's bring this down a little bit. Coach Rice going to join us in just a minute, I think. Keep getting your comments in. We'll get to those here in just a minute after this one. Boise State again, 68-55. You have Coach Rice on the radio right now over with Abe and company, and you have Coach Tad Boyle on the radio right to my other side. So we got dueling interviews here with the coaches, but really, really nice win. Again, team effort, 20 points from Shaver. 14 from Degenhart, 10 from Najee Smith, and you had a lot of other guys contribute. Lucas had 6 points. Max Rice had 5. You had a lot of guys contribute. 3-0 since the Pac-12 since October. 2-0 in games that count, but that's the first time I believe Boise State's had 2 Pac-12 wins in the same season in a long time. It's back-to-back seasons where they've had Power 5 wins. They had 2 wins over Power 5 teams last year, so a really nice win. Oh, it's Tyson's mom's birthday there. How about that? Let's see. Looking forward to the Degenhart Dozen at the Blue Collar Club tailgate on Saturday. The game's Friday, Derek. Black Friday game. Black Friday. Let's see here. Need the deets on the Pastry Perfection deal. Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Great tourney. Resume building week for the Broncos. Nice job by Coach Rice this week. I don't know, and I don't know if Coach will talk about it, but I don't know if you would have rather gone 3-0 but play Charlotte, Tulsa, and UMass, or if you'd rather go 2-1 the way you did and get 2 quality wins over Colorado and Loyola Chicago, because those are both better wins than any of the other wins would have been. So I am curious about that, what that if that's going to end up being the case moving forward, what they would have taken. But either way, they get the win and they leave here on a good note. Coach Leon Rice is going to join us in a couple minutes. Seemed way more relaxed, starting to gel. Looked like we should expect RJ for the next pregame. We'll have to see with Coach Rice. I'm not sure if we can make that a regular thing or not. It might have just been a tournament thing here. Really nice win tonight. Shaver looked outstanding. Shaver was balling. Big win. A few thoughts. Second Pac-12 win. RJ Key needs to be on the pregame show. The magic isn't real. No 91. Yeah, they had a chance at halftime. They had 41 points, I think it was. So it looked like they kind of had a spot. And agree, this is what I was just talking about. Coach Rice will probably say you want to go 3-0 and win every game, but I actually do, Cole, think they ended up with 2 better wins and a loss than they would have had if they had beaten Tulsa and UMass in the last 2 games. But that's a very interesting question. Way to go, 3-2 Broncos. We've got, let's see here. What else we got? We're going to have Coach Rice joining us here in a couple of minutes. He's finishing up his interview. Pack the X for Utah Valley. I guess he's I guess Coach Rice is going to be coming over with me in a minute. I'm not sure. But we'll have to see if what Coach Rice is going to do. But they're talking to him whether he needs to go in the press conference or not first. But thanks. So let's thank a couple of our sponsors real quick, and then we'll get to Coach Rice here in a minute. They're trying to figure out what the plan is for him. But Coach Rice coming up in just a minute. Want to thank our sponsors, rowpaint.com, power and people, pride in painting, the official paint and coatings company at Boise State Athletics. If you're looking for some work done, that new work in Twin Falls, that's where you should go. BNN Twin 23 is the promo code. BNN Twin 23 in Twin Falls, and they'll help you out on the promo code there. Idaho Central Credit Union as well. Check them out, iccu.com. For all your banking needs, make sure you check out Idaho Central Credit Union, the official bank of the Raines family and of Bronco Nation News. Let's see here. I believe we're going to have either Shaver or Coach Rice coming over in just a second, so we'll get the mic set up for him. We'll make sure our camera here is good to go. I believe that we are, and we'll have Coach Rice joining us. If you got a question or a comment for, we might have time to throw a few on there, but keep them coming. Oh, okay. Coach Rice wants to wait and talk to Tad Boyle for a minute, so we're going to wait till he is done with that interview, and then we'll get to him. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We'll wait a minute here till Tad Boyle's done. He is literally about 3 feet to my left, so Coach Rice didn't want to have both interviews going on at the same time or have Tad maybe hear something that he was going to say. So we'll thank a couple more of our sponsors real quick. Get your comments in for Coach Rice. If you have a question for him, maybe we can throw that on the screen. If you're looking to be a truck driver, transcompservice.com, check it out. The big rig on your screen or the Amazon truck in your neighborhood, they can get you out there towing that first load in no time. All the permits and things you need, transcompservice.com. The Blue and Orange Store, free shipping any order over $40. Check them out, theblueandorangestore.com. Free shipping any order over $40 online at theblueandorangestore.com. Ridley's Family Markets, you can find the location near you. ShopRidleys.com. They've got 13 of them in the state of Idaho, all across the state. So check them out. They got the at-home shopping, the Skip app, the home delivery, all the essentials. ShopRidleys.com. United Commercial Insurance, 229-8222. They make business insurance easy. Check them out, UnitedCommercialInsurance.com. They can write business policy insurance in 44 states around the country. So make sure you check them out. And BoiseDentistryCo.com. I'll be seeing Dr. Meinert soon here. I had to push back my appointment. They got locations from Mountain Home to Caldwell and everywhere in between. BoiseDentistryCo.com. Full family dentistry. Make sure you check them out. And we are broadcasting the mobile studios as Coach Rice gets ready to sit back down. The Cutwater Canned Cocktail Studios. Check them out. More than 30 flavors of pre-mixed premium cocktails, Cutwater canned cocktails, and we appreciate them for their sponsorship of Bronco Nation News. So we got all the sponsors out of the way. Matt Bauscher Real Estate will we'll find our Bauscher Real Estate the player of the game. We'll do that here in a couple of minutes, but nice enough to join us after the win and going 2-1 in the tournament here is Coach Leon Rice. As I fix the microphone a little bit, Coach, I got to slide over a little bit so we're both everyone wants to see you, not me. But congratulations on the win and going 2-1 in this tournament. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was a great response by our guys. I mean, we were, obviously disappointed in our first effort, but one of the important things that we do at Boise State is adversity makes us better. And, we don't pout. We don't feel sorry for ourselves. We go fix things. And that's the group of guys I have. And so when we face adversity, hey, good, let's go fix it. Let's figure out it. And we're going to keep getting better. So I was super pleased with the group of the progress we made. I mean, so many guys played, so many guys did some good things, and there's tons of things we can get better at. But that's what playing good competition does. It forces your hand. You got to get better. Yeah. We had to play with heart and toughness. And I mean, here's what we're facing tonight: a Colorado team that I think they'd out-rebounded all their opponents. Yeah. And
you got them by 40-39.
Right, and we had to be able to fight them on the glass, and that was going to be a challenge because they're a good rebounding team. And when they rebound, they run really well, and when they run really well, they start getting kick out through. I mean, they scored 103 points their last game.
Yeah, and
we held them to 55. And
against a top 25 team, they scored 100.
Yeah, against a top 25 team, they scored 103 points, and we held them to half of that basically. And that's hard. That's hard. I have a ton of respect for Tad and his staff and the job they do. They got great players, and we held them to 55 points, and we had some good stretches of offense. I think the first half we played some pretty good offense. Second half, it was a pretty physical game.
Yeah.
And Colorado does a nice job. I gotta get us better at that. They foul you without fouling you. You know what I mean by that is they're great at not getting their hands involved and not picking up ticky-tack, and so those are things that you take away. Those are things that you learn about your team. But this was such a, I told these guys when we were coming down here, we're going to need all 25 on this trip. Everybody has to do their job. Everybody has to do their role. And I thought, to show you an example of that is Mo.
Yeah.
Mo came in and was a rim protector for us.
Yeah,
and
he was.
You can't just drive in and like, oh, okay, I'm going to lay it in. Nobody's going to block the shot because Lucas had 4 fouls. Naj had fouled out. We didn't have that much rim protection out there. And so I thought Mo's minutes were great. And we need him to be a player. We need all these guys. We need Sada to keep getting better. We need, all these guys. Pavle gave us a couple good minutes where he made a big 3.
Yeah. Well, you had 8 guys score in the first half, and you had 5 different players in the first half hit a 3.
Yeah, and that's what we need. And so, I think that's going to help these guys' confidence. Now the good thing is we gotta compete with travel.
Oh yeah,
we got a tough day tomorrow, and getting back from the East Coast. There's a lot of teams I've seen. They come back from tournaments and they're worn out.
Yeah.
Because this is hard. I mean, 3 games in 4 days, you don't sleep. You don't sleep normally. You're on a different time zone, all the things that you have to face. It's tough. And then traveling all the way back, getting ready to play and getting our bodies right, minds right, and getting better. That's the biggest thing is this team has shown the ability to take what we're giving them and really take it out on the practice floor and keep getting better. And we got to be able to, we got to have a great week of that.
I know you never want to lose and you want to win every game, and then you may not want to answer this.
That's
but
true.
The way, I guess I asked the hard hitting ones here, but you look at the way it worked out, where you get 2 quality wins against Colorado and Loyola Chicago.
True.
You would have played Tulsa and UMass potentially if you had won the first game.
Right.
I'm not saying this was better to go 2-1 over, but you ended up getting what you wanted to do in this tournament, 2 quality wins.
No doubt. And but I think more importantly for the big picture stuff is we had some moments in the preseason that were pretty tough. We had some moments where it was like, oh my goodness, we've got some work to do.
Yeah.
And then we kind of just work through that, where it's like, oh Lord sakes, how are we going to score this year? And then the guys started clicking. Then Buzo started being Buzo, and guys started relaxing and being able to play their role. But to be fair to them, they haven't been in this before, and they haven't, I think even myself, sometimes I forget and don't realize that they haven't done that. And it took those guys that I had last year. I had them redshirt for a year, and then I had them for 2 more years. And so it's kind of unrealistic to think that these guys are all going to pick up where those guys left off.
Yeah.
But their learning curve has been fast when you really think about it. Because like you said, we played quality teams. I mean, think about that. Colorado has beaten Tennessee and has beaten Texas A&M badly.
Yeah. And
handled them both. And then, we did that tonight. So really impressed with my guys. It's hard to go 2-1 in these tournaments. It really is. I mean, look at Colorado's going home 1-2. Who else is going
Loyola
home?
Loyola Chicago 0-3.
Loyola Chicago, which is a good basketball team, is going home 0-3. And Texas A&M, top 25 team, is going home 1-2. So really, really proud of our guys. And we played some, now what you do is you take those great minutes and you keep expanding them. And you keep expanding them, and you take those bad minutes and you kind of shrink them. And hopefully we can make some progress and all that stuff this week.
Well, you got a lot of excited folks on social media about the win. They're saying they wish you happy Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving from Bronco Nation, I guess. And hopefully it is a safe, smooth trip back, as I'm on the same flights as you. And
nice.
We'll see you guys back
BJ,
in Boise.
I think an interesting stat is you don't get many opportunities to play Power 5 teams, and I think this is the first time in school history that we've beaten 2 Pac-12 in 1 year.
There you go. How about that?
In 3 weeks.
I'm supposed to bring those stats, not you. Congrats. That's a great stat.
That's true.
Congratulations, and enjoy it tonight, and we'll see you back in Boise. Yeah, that's back-to-back years also with 2 Power 5 wins. I believe you had 2 Ole Miss.
Yeah, those are,
I forget who the other one was as well. But
now we just need Colorado to win every game they play, and that's the thing. Tad will grow this team, and they'll get better and better, and they got a great home court, and they'll do some good stuff. So this could end up being a really nice feather in our cap.
Well, congratulations, Coach, on the win. Appreciate it.
Thank you, BJ.
Thanks for the coverage, the access this week, and congratulations. 2-1. They go as Marcus Shaver Jr. is going to join us real quick, and we will let Marcus sit down for a minute here. Appreciate it, man. As we go from Coach Rice to Marcus Shaver Jr., you got Bronco Nation fired up for you, man. 20 points. You told me the other day you thought you'd been playing bad, and I went and looked at your stats, and it was like 15, 9, and 5 or something for the average. I mean, what did it feel like tonight? 20 points. You hit some big threes too. Got going from the outside a little bit, and obviously you guys end up getting with a big win.
Yeah, I felt good tonight. I'm still not too happy about my play. Luckily, I picked up a little bit during the last game, but still not too happy. I still got a lot of room to improve, so got to get back in the lab.
That first half, though, you went 3 from 3 from the outside. You seemed pretty confident, obviously. That first half in particular, you guys had a lot of energy. The bench was going. I mean, just to be able to get to do what you guys did and get that early lead. How big was that?
It was big, man. My teammate, I could tell from the vibe, man, like when we got on the bus, from shoot around, all that. Everybody was hungry. We knew we were playing a good team, good Pac-12 team, and this would be a good win on our schedule. So everybody was hungry tonight, and we got the dub.
I mean, you come on this trip, and I know you obviously lose the first game. You weren't happy about that. But to win 2 games, 2 quality wins for your resume, leave here feeling good, 2 wins. I mean, you got to feel it's like this was a successful trip.
Yeah, it was successful. Obviously, we lost the first game, but we did a great job of bouncing back and getting these last 2. So I'm proud of my team, proud of my teammates, coaches, everybody.
You had 8 guys score in the first half. I think 5 different guys hit threes. We saw Pavle, Jace. I mean, I know you and Tyson and Chibuzo maybe get a lot of the pub or whatever, but I mean, how much is this team going to need Sada and Max and some of these other guys to really produce?
Man, we're going to need them the whole season. Pavle hit big shots. Sada can come in there, get buckets whenever he wants. Jace, man, he's tough, probably one of the toughest guards I've seen. But we're going to need everybody. And everybody contributed to this win tonight, and I'm proud of them.
Another double-double for you, man. How are you doing what you are on the glass?
Honestly, I don't. My teammates are just boxing their man now, and I'm able to sneak in there and grab some rebounds, and I'm just chasing them down. And just credit to them, just not letting their man get it, and I'm able to sneak in there and grab them. So
I think you're one of the leading rebounders in the league right now.
I don't know. I'm gonna try to keep doing what I do. So
we got to get that triple-double. We got to get the assists or the steals up.
I got to get that up.
Hey, man, safe travels back. Appreciate the congratulations on the win. And we don't want you to miss the bus. So we appreciate your time, man. There he is, Marcus Shaver Jr.
Thank you.
After Boise State wins this one, he had 20 points tonight. We appreciate Nate Lowry for helping us out with the interviews with Coach Rice and some of the players. So we appreciate all of them. We got a couple of comments on here. Leon wanted to say Pac-3 Pac-12 teams. A little bit, kind of. They may or may not have won that Oregon scrimmage. We'll have to see. Leon's a straight shooter. What you see is what you get. Wish Coach a happy Thanksgiving. I did do that. A solid night, special night from Shaver, 10 boards. Yeah, that's already the second double-double, I believe, this season and yes, I didn't get a chance to ask him this specifically. We were up against it a little bit on time, but the leading rebounder tonight was Marcus Shaver, and Marcus Shaver leads the team in rebounding at this point. Pretty crazy. Marcus put the exclamation point on the East Coast trip. Thanks for the win on my birthday. Big shot shave. Love the post-game interviews. Thanks. No problem. Coach coming for Jay Tuss' job with the stats. Yeah, that was pretty funny. But no, big win for Boise State. Again, you wanted to go 2-1 in this tournament, and I couldn't really get Coach Rice to say it, but obviously the goal is to go 2-1 in this tournament and get 2 quality wins, and that's exactly what Boise State will do. They already have Ken Palm updated. Boise State up to number 74 at Ken Palm. I think it looks like they started the season at number 85 maybe. Going into the South Dakota State game, and they're up to 74 right now. And they've got 3 wins against teams currently in the top 143. And they've got 3 in the top 118 already. Washington State's 80, Colorado's 55. I mean, those are 2 nice wins. You got the Loyola Chicago win, obviously, and that's, 5 games. All 5 games Boise State has played against teams in the top 143. And as I said on the pregame show, other than Texas Southern, they're the only team in the country that's done that. So to play at least 5 games, all against teams in the top 145. So they've played a difficult schedule. And if you looked at these 5 games and knew this is who you were going to play and say that you would come out of it 3-2, I think Boise State would have probably taken that before the season because you knew the Washington State game was going to be tough. You knew South Dakota State was going to be a tough first game when they had already played before, and then Colorado is a Pac-12 team that's 55 at Ken Palm. I mean that's even after the loss they're still 55 at Ken Palm. So I think 3-2 you'll take. And Boise State again has lost 1 game by 2 points to South Dakota State, and they scored 11 points and a half and couldn't hit the broadside of a barn and lost to Charlotte. Otherwise, They beat Loyola Chicago, beat Colorado, and that's 2 Pac-12 wins, as we said. As Coach Rice said, first time in Boise State history that they've beaten 2 Pac-12 teams in the same season. So very impressive win. And now we have a 3:30 a.m. wake-up call, I believe, or something like that for the team. Their bus leaves at 4 o'clock, and then the flight leaves at 6. And then it'll be layover in Atlanta and back to Boise at 12:50. And then the football press conferences are at 2 o'clock, an hour later tomorrow. So I'm going to go straight from the airport and 9 hours of travel, I think it is, to football interviews and try to be there in time for Andy Avalos at 2 o'clock. Now that BSU has beaten Dave Southern's Buffs, they need to beat SLU, my hometown, then get K's Arizona State in the NCAA tournament to run the full Idaho press gamut. Yeah, that's funny. They're going to have a tough one against SLU in a couple weeks. SLU is pretty good. That's going to be a pretty tough game for them. But the arena is emptying out. The tournament is over. They've already taken up the stickers and banners that say all the information about the tournament, and now this will turn back into the home of Coastal Carolina for their upcoming home game here in the next couple of days. Safe travels home. Love the content. Appreciate you, Brent. Kevin says RJ Keene might be our lucky charm like Colin last year. Yeah, I don't know if that's something we can keep going every game, maybe on road games, maybe. I'm not sure if every game we can do that. We've got Abe. We've got some other stuff going on, but there's Abe Jackson right there, by the way, heading out after the win. So, we'll have to see. I don't know if they're going to, it's very nice of Coach Rice to do that. And look at that. I brought my light, and I actually needed it tonight. So we got the light on. I brought it all the way from Boise, and I didn't bring it last night, and they shut the lights off on us, and they did it again, and I was prepared. So we have a little bit of light here for our post-game show. But, again, appreciate all of you for checking us out. Thank you to all of our great sponsors. We're going to go with Marcus Shaver Jr. and his 20 points, 10 rebounds as our Bousher Real Estate player of the game. BousherRealEstate.com. Make sure you check them out. No home is too big or too small. The number one ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley is Matt Bousher, BousherRealEstate.com. And we're going with Marcus Shaver Jr. as our Bousher Real Estate player of the game. 20 points, 10 rebounds for him. He hit 3 of 3 to start the game from three-point range. He plays 34 minutes, 29 seconds, finishes plus 16, by far the best plus-minus on the team tonight. So congratulations to Marcus Shaver. We appreciate him for joining us. We appreciate Coach Rice. We appreciate Tyson Degenhart. Appreciate Cody Gogler for helping us on this trip, and also Nate Lowry with the Sports Information Department. They helped get the interviews and allow us this content, so we really appreciate their support. JD says good stuff. Jake with a nice stat here. They outscored their opponents by 40 after the first half of the first game, got better every minute. That was about as bad as it could be in the first half of the first game. Maybe it was just travel. Maybe it was, I don't know, but they came back and they get 2 quality wins. And you look at that KenPom page, and it looks pretty nice with a green for number 80, Washington State, a green for number 118, Loyola Chicago, and a green for number 55, Colorado. So 3 nice wins already on there, and you're going to have more chances here moving forward. You get Utah Valley, who's 150, and then you get Cal State Northridge, who's 312. So a chance to get on a nice little 4-game winning streak here before you go down to play Texas A&M. But basically, you have 2 losable games left in non-conference play. I mean, Santa Clara on the road is going to be really tough, I guess. They've only got they're at 103 at KenPom, but basically you go at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 6 more wins, and then you have the A&M and St. Louis games if you could try to steal one of those. But if you lose both of those and win the rest, you still go 9-4 in non-conference play, which I think was the record they had in non-conference play last year. There's some winnable games, and you've got Nevada and San Jose State to start out Mountain West play. This team's got a lot of wins left on their schedule, and if they play like they did today, they're going to be in every game here moving forward. So appreciate everybody for checking us out. Again, thanks to rowpaint.com, our title sponsor. Check them out if you're in the Twin Falls area. Again, BNN Twin 23 is that promo code, BNN Twin 23. You get 23% off your work there on any of your painting needs. So Lithia Ford of Boise as well. I purchased an F-150 from them. Couldn't have been happier with the purchase. Loving my truck. It's waiting for me at the airport tomorrow. If you're looking to purchase a vehicle, go check out Lithia Ford. And if you want to sell your vehicle, they'll make you a cash offer on the spot, even if you don't want to buy a vehicle from them. So make sure you check them out as well. And, of course, our friends over at ICCU as well, they sponsor our road trip coverage, pay for our trip, so we really appreciate them. They are the ones that basically sponsor the road trip coverage and help pay for the expenses to get on the road. So I wouldn't be here in Myrtle Beach without Idaho Central Credit Union. So thanks to all of our great sponsors. Thanks to you guys for watching the show. No Monday morning show with John Mallory tomorrow. I'll be traveling back during the show. So there will be no BNN live in the morning, but we'll make it up with Johnny at some point. But we'll have, and I got to figure out if we're going to do a BNN After Dark also the night before Thanksgiving on Wednesday. So we may move that up to Tuesday, or got some logistical stuff to work out. But again, we'll get the interviews if you missed them up on the YouTube channel with Coach Rice, with Tyson Degenhart, with Marcus Shaver Jr. And then obviously we'll have full coverage tomorrow. Andy Avalos, Dirk Cutter, Spencer Danielson meeting with the media, I believe, starting at 2:00. And I should be back as long as travel goes on time to be back there for that. And we'll get those up on the YouTube channel tomorrow as well. So nice weekend for Boise State athletics. The football team gets the big win last night to clinch hosting the championship game. Basketball team comes back with 2 big wins in the tournament, goes 2-1. And the women's basketball team won today as well. So a nice weekend all around for Boise State athletics. Congrats to the women's team. But again, final score 68-55. Boise State wins this one against Colorado. And next up is Utah Valley on Saturday night. So they'll get back, get a couple days off, and then get back to work. Utah Valley, a sneaky quality team. They're ranked number 150 at KenPom. They'll face them on Saturday night. So have a great rest of your Sunday evening. I will try to get back and get an hour or two of sleep, but I will be posting a story. I'm going to go write a story when I get back to the hotel on the win, and we'll get that posted at some point in the morning or later tonight on the website with reaction to the win and things like that. So make sure you check out BroncoNationNews.com. But have a great rest of your night. We'll talk to you tomorrow with some football coverage. Nice win, Boise State. They go 2-1 in the Myrtle Beach Invitational. They finished 3-2, or they are 3-2 through 5 games. And we'll talk to you later. This is Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com.